And then I also want to come to you about your brother. Because this was crazy when I'm connecting with him. And he kept saying to me, like, Matt, he goes, this is so cool. He's like, this is so cool that I can be up on stage right now, he's telling me. And you know what he said to me? He just whispered in my ear and said, I always wanted to be famous, he says to me. And first of all, I have to tell you that I'm so happy that you came by yourself today. Because your brother was hoping that you were going to be here. And when I'm speaking to him, he says to me that, first of all, he wants to thank you for being a protector of him here in this world. He says, because Matt, even though that's my sister, she acted like my mom. He tells me that you used to track him down all the time here in this world. And he tells me now he knows that you followed him in the car. Yeah. What the hell is he talking about? Did you like go incognito and like follow him around?
Yeah, I used to have to.
But wait a minute here. This is some creepy ass shit that I'm seeing. He shows me like you going and like staking him out and like actually like sitting and like watching to see if he like came out of someone's house or like where he was at.
I had to make sure he was behaving. I was the little big sister.
He tells me, he says to me, Matt, you don't understand. When I died, he says to me, it feels like she lost a piece of her world because every single day you used to go and worry about your brother and worry about your brother and worry about your brother. He's also telling me there were issues between both your parents here in this world. And he tells me there was a separation that had happened between the two of them. Is that true?
His dad and my mom.
Okay.
And then my dad and my mom are kind of at their odds.
Whatever it is, I want to tell you this here. When I'm connecting with him, he says to me that he wants to thank you for trying to save him from that when you were just a little girl. Because he tells me that when the parents used to fight, you used to go and calm him down, and you were always there making sure he really didn't know or didn't see everything that was going on. Do you understand that? That's the reason why you felt so protective of him here in this world, is that you felt protective of him because of the fact of what you had to watch him go through and see. He says to me that, first of all, he wants to let you know one thing. He says, Matt, please tell my sister I shouldn't have lied to her. I shouldn't have lied to her. When I'm connecting with him, I have to tell you that there's a lot of questions over things that he was taking and things that he was on before he had died. When I'm speaking to him, he says to me, Matt, you don't understand. He says, I never accepted responsibility for things here in this world. I did what I wanted. I said what I wanted. He says, and I lived my life as though I was still in high school. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And know that one of the things that he tells me is that on the other side, he's here to let you know that he is now fine. What I don't understand is this. When I'm connecting with his soul, your brother's telling me that he suffered so much with his head here in this world. He tells me that he used to have these racing thoughts. And he tells me he used to have really bad panic disorder here in this world.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, I was the only one that knew.
Okay. You were the only one that knew.
Yes.
No wonder why. And is that the reason why? Here's what I don't understand. I see crumbled up pieces of paper. They look like notes that he was writing, like notes about how he had felt or notes about his anxieties or fears. Do you know about that?
When he passed away, I found a bunch of notes he had written in his closet on his phone.
He said to me, Matt, you need to tell her she wasn't supposed to find these. She wasn't supposed to find these. Because here's the thing. He shows me that all of these notes that he had written, all of these things that you had uncovered, right? You were like, how come he didn't tell me this? How come he didn't tell me he was feeling this way? And when I'm speaking to him, he said to me, Matt, I tried to end my life a couple times, he tells me. Yeah. So know that what's really hard is that every day he tells me that you have not forgiven yourself since the time in which he had died. Because you knew that he was having these issues with his emotions. You knew that he was very vulnerable. And he tells me, Matt, my sister was a badass here in this world. He tells me he used to judge like all the girlfriends or all the people he was dating here in this world. Yeah. Because you were so nervous because he used to love really hard and he used to really get into a relationship. And when he was in a relationship, that was it. It changed his whole world. Mm-hmm. But you also knew how vulnerable and how fragile he was. And you were so afraid of him getting hurt. He says to me, Matt, you need to let her know that she protected me with her own life. And what's so hard is every single day he tells me that you've been having such a hard time finding the strength to keep going, finding the strength to keep moving on. And your brother wants you to know that he is with you every single day. He says to me, Matt, you need to make her promise that she's going to go out, that she's going to live her life again. Because he even shows me there's songs that you won't listen to or songs that make you sad that come up that you'll have to change the station or not listen to it because it'll remind you of him. Yeah. He says, I don't want her to be sad anymore. Because when your brother died, You watched him struggle. You watched him go through addictions here in the physical world. You watched all of these things that happened. And what your brother wants to let you know is that on the other side, he did find the ultimate peace. His soul is there and with you. He says, Matt, and please thank her for every single thing that she had done for me. He also says to me when I'm connecting with him that he wants to thank you for raiding his closet and raiding his room. Because he tells me that you have like shoes of his and like clothes of his and like all this shit. Wait, what are you taking out? Oh shit. Are you kidding me? You brought it with you? Shut the hell up.
It was the hoodie that he used to wear before he passed away. It was his favorite hoodie.
So,
I wear it all the time.
He said to me this. He says, Matt, if you bring up the clothes and her keeping all this, she'll know it's real. So you tried to throw me under the bus. You came here and you told him, listen, this is real. Bring up the hoodie.
My parents try to throw away a lot of his clothes, and
That's not the question. That's not what I told you.
For all his clothes.
When you, listen how she tried to divert me. You came here and you said, if this is real, he'll know that I have his shirt.
Yeah.
Your brother says to me this, the fact that you brought that with you today and said, I hope you come through. You have to tell me that you're here. Tell me I have your hoodie. Know that this is his way of letting you know on the other side, I know that he is here, he is safe and at peace, and that his soul is always with you. There's one other thing I don't understand that I'm not getting that he keeps bringing up. So souls don't speak the same language that we do, right? So when I connect with souls on the other side, you all right over there?
Yeah.
Don't pass out on me.
I'm good.
If you pass out, I'm an EMT, I can revive you, okay?
Perfect.
Done it before. Listen, if you happen to die, I'll just talk to you. So you're in the best place.
That's fine.
So no one dies at the Matt Fraser event for that reason. So know that souls talk a different language. When they connect with me, I'll start to see different visual impressions of things that they did and certain symbols that mean certain things. And when I'm connecting with your brother, he's showing me music notes that are here. So do you write music or did he write music? There's something to do with writing music or making a song that I'm not understanding.
He was big into music, and he did this little bird dance, and he was big into music. He loved his little bird dance.
I don't know what the hell a bird dance is.
It was this pterodactyl dance. He didn't know how to dance, so he always did a bird dance.
But wait a minute. I don't think that's it. This is what I don't understand. Like, since when he showed me these symbols of like I said, I feel like it's a song that was either made in memory of him or somebody made. I feel either he made it or somebody made it for him after he died.
The only thing that after he died was I put a collection together of pictures with a song on it for him.
That's not it.
My
And specifically, this is what drives me crazy, is that souls will show me things out of my frame of reference, right? And then I'll have to figure out what the hell it is. It looks like to me, like I said, that somebody either wrote a song for him or made a song. He's bringing that through because he says to me, Matt, look at what happened, look at what happened. Meaning that all the ways that people remembered him and the certain things that were done for him, he sees on the other side. The only thing I don't understand is if he wrote the song, if somebody else did. That's where I'm getting mixed up. But
I don't know. My grandpa used to write music, but he passed away.
Oh, hello, pay attention. What the hell?
He passed away a year before my brother.
He passed a year before your brother.
Yeah.
And you have sheet music that he used to write?
Yes.
Shut the hell up. This is what I mean. I don't know your life. I don't know I don't go on Facebook and look this shit up to see who made music, right? And I was seeing all of these like musical notes and composing. So if that was your grandfather, he died a year beforehand, and you still have the music, right? It's his way of coming through as well. Because you got to know that being a medium, it's like I'm on a party line with heaven. They just send everybody through and make me figure out who the hell the messages are from. So know that one of the things is that it's their way of acknowledging the fact that you lost them both within almost the same year is validation that they are both together. And those are the most important people in your life, showing you today that even though you came alone, you're really not alone. And their souls are here and with you. All right? I'm going to leave you with that. You give her a round of applause. I really hope that this helped you.
Thank you very much.